In this tutorial, we're going to learn how to add text to your projects. This can be useful in adding professional looking titles or other useful information that can enhance the video and audio you already have in your project. The first thing to do is go down to this Video Generators button and select Text and then again Text. We'll go over what some of these other options do later. So then the text appears in the viewer. You can edit it by going up to the Controls tab, and then you can change the text. You can then select a font, change the size, or the boldness, italics, or the color here. You'll notice that none of these changes are actually affecting what's in this text box up here, because this text box is just a list of the words you're going to be using. To actually see them take effect, go back to the Video tab and then drag it down into your video. Then if you put the playhead over top of where the text and the video is, you can see it playing over top of your video. To make additional changes to the text after you've added it to the movie, you can double click on it here and you'll see these dots appear along this control bar here. That indicates that you are working on the text that is in the movie. So then you can go back here to the Controls tab. If you change the size, now you can see it update in your actual movie. You can also say change the text at this point if you'd like. And like we said before, change the color. In addition to these text tools, you can also edit the clip in the timeline like it was a regular video clip. For instance, cutting, selecting, or deleting, or growing the edges so that you can place it where you would like. Some other useful text generators can be accessed by going back to the Video tab, going back to the Generators button, going to Text. Outline text is very useful because as you'll see, once it's added to your movie, it creates text with a black outline, which is helpful when your text is hard to see over the background. You can also create text that animate, like the crawl, which will then create text that animates across the bottom when it's played. Or additionally, you can create text that scrolls, kind of like a movie title. So the last handy tool in the Generators button is the Matte Solid Color Generator. And this just creates a solid colored background that you can put your text in front of. And say we want to use this text and actually move it over here in front of this. And then again, if we don't like those colors, you double click, and then again you see these dots appear. Go to the Controls tab, and we can change the color to, say, white, kind of an off-white, or say change it to black, and then we'd have to change our text color to white, have our traditional white on black text. Alright, well, I hope that wasn't too fast, but I think it's a good overview of the basic text generating tools in Final Cut Pro.